No, we've had shows about fracking. I mean, there's still horrible shows. Like we still have stuff like, I don't know, like what do you consider horrible? I consider anything like Teen Mom or like
No,
the
I
Real
really like
Housewives.
some of them. I mean, maybe we can put this at the end of the show. We can go into it in our TV section, TV movie section. But I mean, things like Forged in Fire. And
well, that's actually kind of fun to watch.
That's
though.
what I mean.
I
love Forged in Fire.
Yeah,
and
I like that show.
American Pickers, I don't mind.
Yeah, I like that show.
What's the porn,
those are okay, but the ones that are like
Pawn Shop in Vegas.
Pawn Stars.
Storage Wars. I don't mind Storage Wars.
But anything that's like I married my stepmom or like anything that's like, like cheating, like the one where they have the private eye and they chase the cheating people down, or
I don't know those exist because I've never watched them, but anyway, we'll talk about
there's
that later.
A ton of them of like, or like Wife Swap. Or what's the one my wife watches one that's like a Mormon family, like sister wives. The guy's got like 3 or 4 wives.
My wife used to watch some paranormal one where they basically pretend that there's ghosts in the house and they camp out and they set up all these cameras and stuff and
yes
try and catch ghosts and things like that. Anyway,
like that those shows were spawned out of, if you remember, this was maybe 10 years ago, maybe longer. There was a writer's strike.
I do remember that.
Yeah. There was a writer's strike, and that's when like Survivor and Big Brother started, where they didn't have writers, so they had to come up with these TV shows that didn't require any writers.
But I think Big Brother was the OG, wasn't it? That was
Big Brother was
the original reality show.
Right? I think it came from the UK, didn't it?
It did, yeah. The first
so it was like Big Brother and Survivor, I think, were the original ones here. And they became so popular that they just kind of like a virus took over. And then it was like midget wrestling shows and like all kind of ridiculous shit. And like now it's like they're you can't get rid of them. And they're like every channel's got all these ridiculous reality shows. And, like all the channels that you used to watch, like History Channel, half of the shows now are reality shows. I'm like,
but like, so some of those I like. I can watch Storage Wars and I can watch American Pickers. Okay, some of those,
some of them are okay because the premise is good, but like the Legend of Oak Island, where they like dig this island up, but they never find anything. It's ridiculous. I can skip that, But like I agree with Forged in Fire is cool. And what and it's probably still on Iron Chef. That one was cool.
I didn't like Iron Chef. There's better cooking competition shows out there, but let's park that and we'll talk about that later on.
Are we gonna argue? We'll argue later about Iron Chef.
Yeah, we'll put that in. We'll put that in the TV.
Hey, by the way, not to pivot, did you watch the Miami Grand Prix this weekend?
No, I was sailing. I was in a two-day
you
regatta.
Suck.
2-day regatta sponsored by Airbus, so I didn't see it.
What? You suck.
I'll watch the
You're
replay.
Out in the boat. I'm sitting here at home watching TV.
I'll watch the replay on Drive to Survive when it comes along in that episode.
Yes. Well, I'm sure you saw who won.
I didn't see anything about it. Although I saw that one of the cryptocurrency companies was giving away an NFT of an F1 car, and you actually got a physical F1 car as well if you won. But
oh Lord,
yeah, I don't know what you do with a Formula One car if you won one. You're not allowed to drive; they're not street legal. So,
but it would be cool if it was. Although, you know what? I don't care if it's street legal. You couldn't catch me in it anyway. Although, frankly, I don't know that I would,
because if you put one speed bump and you'd be stuck.
Yeah, that's true. I was going to say, I don't know that I could fit in it. You'd have to get a shoehorn and some butter to get me in and out of that thing.
Yeah, they used to have a 2-seater. Minardi used to have a 2-seater to take people around the track in.
Did they really?
Yeah, actually, I did see a piece of social media with. I think it was one of the McLaren drivers taking a really big Miami footballer around the track in a Ferrari, and he could barely fit in it. I mean, he was taking up the entire side of the seat. And Lando Norris, who's tiny, is on one side of the car, and
that's hilarious.
Huge Miami footballer is in the other side of the car, but he was almost crying. He was scared out of his mind. Did we talk about Reacher 2 weeks ago?
No, the show or the movie?
The show, the new show on Amazon.
No, I watched it though. I binged it.
I liked it. It's good.
I like it. I like the books. I actually read the books, even though they're, I thought the books were good. I kind of got into that a long time ago after reading some what's his name that did the Firm and some other stuff.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, "Oh, if you like that, you'll like these Jack Reacher books." And I read them. And I'm like, "These are good." And then the Tom Cruise movie,
John Grisham.
John Grisham. Yeah, thank you. For some reason I couldn't think of it. And they were like, "Oh, you'll like these books." And I read them. I read 2 of the books, and I was like, "Oh, I do like these." And then the Tom Cruise movie came out, and I was like, "Oh, the movie's pretty good."
But no one who's read the books believed Tom Cruise is Reacher.
He is not, though. He's nothing like Reacher, but the guy in the show is.
Yeah. That's why people like the new one, because they're like, he's much more true to the character.
Yeah.
But, anyway.
But yeah,